Hello and welcome to Renaissance Knowing Your True Self. Remember last week I had talked about my ego, taking a crash basically. And since then there was a lot of things that I learned just about myself and about awareness of other people, things like that. And if you really want to check it out, go look at the video. It's on my social media, but also you can go to YouTube, Brana Matthews, and you will find the video called Crash of 2020, My Ego. A lot of thoughts have happened since then. I saw, how do I explain this? When you look around and see how people act around you, we tend to focus on that, and then we want to protect ourselves, right? How often do we look at what are we doing with our actions, right? If we are focused on other people, if we are focused on our haters, if we are focused on just worrying about other people, etc., and what's happening to them, or if someone's hurt you or betrayed you, things like how dare they, and you just harbor this anger against them, is really not doing us any favors. I, for one, have lost a lot of people in my life. People come in and they come out, they leave. They come in, they leave. They come in, they leave. Some of them just leave and I don't have any emotions. It is what it is. Some of them actually leave an emotional impact. And I'd be lying to say that I don't care and I've moved on. No, it's always something to deal with. But we always talk about get it over with, suck it up, it's okay, we don't care, etc. It's all lies. We care. Otherwise, we wouldn't be talking about them. I sometimes talk about people from my past who have hurt me and betrayed me. And now when I think about it, I realize the reason is because they still have their power over me. I am giving them my power. And that's why they still have a place in my thoughts. They still have a place in my feelings. And this thinking about them still brings up an emotion, a past emotion, right? And I'm reliving these incidents that have happened in the past. And again, the body does not know the difference between what was in the past or what's happening right now. And so because of that, you have the body of your physiology, the chemistry of the body changes, and now you are anchored to the past and you are stuck over there. We keep talking about moving forward, right? And how can we move forward if we are still worried about our haters? We still worry about the people that hurt us, etc. That being said, one of my videos I had talked about was just being aware of every thought that's coming through. I heard that from Joe Dispenza. I didn't come up with this, on my own. I'm not an expert. But just being very aware, having a laser-like focus and observation to see what thoughts are coming through on a daily basis. And majority of the time, it's the same thought every day. So it's kind of like stopping and paying attention to, okay, I'm having this thought. Why is this thought coming to me? What's going on? And then you go back. Sometimes it may help to journal, but basically you're going back to understand and see where these thoughts are coming from, right? And then dealing with it. So that's with thoughts. The other thing that I realized too is that, I've seen a lot of posts on Facebook about our haters, haters, I know they're watching me. They're this, they're that. And I kind of wonder, is that a passive-aggressive statement that we're making about other people? I mean, if you care about the haters so much and you think they're watching you, are you watching them? Everything that you think about other people, think about it from this side. Or what are we doing, right? Am I focusing on the haters? Am I watching them and seeing what they're doing? Am I sitting there and secretly hoping that they would fail or fall or anything like that? I am 100% guilty of that, right? And so that it is what it is. I'm just going to admit it. I'm just going to come right out and say it. I'm not superhuman. I still deal with stuff. I still things still come back from the past and they still haunt me. They still keep me up at night. And I just have to deal with it. Now, one way of dealing with it, I realize is maybe accept the fact that those thoughts come. Don't beat yourself up over it and say, I don't care. No. work through it. And I think every day is like, the thought comes, walk through why that's happening, how this is not serving you, and then look at how do I change my state and look forward to the future more. So this is something that I'm still gonna try. Walking through, addressing the issues. We cannot just sweep them aside. We have to address them, because if we don't address them, they will come back. They will keep coming back. But the more we address them, the more we work through them, it will come, but it'll still be less and less, to the point where it really doesn't bother us anymore. And I'm sure we know of situations that have happened that we've somehow worked through it, and we talk about it. Even like if we do talk about it, there's no emotion other than, oh, it happened, and that's what it is. But there are some events or some things that we talk about that when we talk, there's an emotion that you can see from yourself, right? And that's where those things we have to understand is that it's still controlling us. And that's why we need to not let ego come in the way of, I don't care about them, and this is this, and this is me moving forward. No. Accept the fact we're human, we're vulnerable. Be vulnerable at the same time. I noticed a certain feeling of now being vulnerable with people, that in a way, if something upsets me, I will sit with it and acknowledge the fact that I'm upset, and I'll just sit with it, work through it. It comes back again, I'll do the same thing, and I'll keep doing that. And sometimes I watch myself. Like today I called one of my friends, and I wanted to tell her about something that had happened like a month ago with some people. And she and I have already talked about it. And I had this urge to bring it up again. But then luckily my self-awareness kicked in, and I was like, what is this going to serve if I'm going to sit there and start gossiping about somebody else, about something that happened to me like a month ago? I got to let it go. And I would say I'm very proud of myself, because I was able to restrain myself. So I talked about other stuff. We talked about life. We caught up, everything. I did not bring these other people that I wanted to talk about, did not bring them up ever in the conversation. And when I hung up, I was like, wow, you did it. So basically you address it, go see therapy if you need to, whatever, but deal with it, but don't use that as a gossip, because I know that if I had talked to her about it, and it would have brought up all those familiar emotions. So I'm glad I didn't do that. I just left it. And it's still something that, the thoughts still come, but I am actually working through it and, thinking and journaling as to why this is still upsetting me. So the more I write about it, the more I work through it, I feel I'm actually able to deal with it in a better way, and it's actually getting better. So we'll just see what the future holds. But I was very proud of myself. So that's the thing. Is too much talking about it, gossiping about it, talking about the haters, talking about people in your past. Let's just work through that. I mean, if it happens, it happens. Don't beat yourself up over it. But let's just try to move forward, move with our thinking, move with what we can control. And the future is bright. Right now it looks weird, but let's just hope and pray that our future is bright, and let's just work towards that. And let's just go with that our future is going to be bright, and move with it. Life is fantastic. Gratitude. You can have anger and fear if there is no, you can't have gratitude and fear and anger if you also have gratitude. If you have gratitude, all of those negative feelings go away. So anything that we can do to change our state of mind, get into a gratitude mode, meditation, whatever, those are things that can help to get us moving forward. And that's what we want to do, is move forward. And move forward where? To our true self. Things that happen, I always believe, happen for a reason. People come into our life for a reason, and then they may not be there for a while, but maybe they go away, and that's okay. You've learned something. People always bring value. I realize that people always bring value to your life, whether they stay for the long haul or whether they leave. There's always something to be learned. Just like you do that to other people, you bring value to other people. You teach, whether you're there in their life or whether you decide to walk away, you always bring some sort of value to other people. So keep that in mind. And I'm all about just stripping away all the layers and moving forward. Take care, and we will talk next week. Bye.